I don't know. Am I live? Am I live? I gotta finish some things here. Oops, somebody's here. I gotta catch up with you guys. Okay, just give me a few. Give me a few. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just give me a minute. Make sure I'm in the right place. Make sure I can see you guys. Make sure everything is on. Turn that on. Next. None of the above. Okay. See? We're getting there. You guys are here. Can I see the chat? Can I see? Can I see? I think I can. Okay. I'm getting there. Play. Play, darn it. Play. Oh. Mute. Okay. Hey! There you guys are. Hi, you guys. Hi, T-Bar, Mel, AHD, Julia, Lucian, Patricia, Becky. Hi, Christina, Kimberly. Aw. Marjorie, Martha, Sharon, Karen, Christina. You guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Is everybody here? Hi, Rosie. You don't have to take notes, but I am going to tell you, I am feeling so much more happier and delighted, like almost moved to tears. Oh, crap. What am I going to hook this to? I'm wearing a tank top that's not... Just a second. Not used to wearing a tank top. Let's see. I hope... Can you guys hear me okay? Can I see you? Hi, you guys. Hi, Pauline. Secret Zelda. Marby. Puppy Talk. Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Everything okay? So we are going to have interruptions. I was really trying to wait as long as I could because we still have people coming up tonight. They're not here yet. The dog's going to go crazy. But I just decided I got to get going. Welcome. Greetings welcome to my closet. Greetings. Glad to have you here. All good? Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. So, here we go. I don't know how to take this stuff. I tried to take that stuff off the display, but I can't. Oh well. So this has been kind of a crazy week, you guys. Holy crap. Hey, did you guys know that the oil leak that they had, the spill in the Rusher, happened at the quarter moon last Friday the 29th? And that is not a good quarter moon you want to have coming into a full moon eclipse. Just saying. So there is so much I want to cover. I know it's been such a difficult week, but here's the thing, and I felt it yesterday when Venus and the Sun were conjunct. They were Cazimi, meaning in Venus's retrograde, she lined up with the Sun, and when you have a planet that lines up with the Sun, they call it Cazimi. It's like if the Sun is the source of life, is the king, is source, when you have a planet Cazimi, it's like that planet gets to sit at the seat of the Sun and have dominion and say in what's going on. And you could feel the Cazimi, you could feel those things coming together yesterday. And I think right when they were conjunct, meaning the Sun is moving forward in Gemini and Venus is right now going backwards, she's going to convert from an evening star to a morning star. So as they came closer and closer and closer, that's when we found out there were additional charges filed. Something else happened, I can't remember, but it was almost like that tension you could feel, especially with the protests in DC and the photo op that just felt so ugly. You could feel that healing energy coming in, and I'm just going to call that the divine intervention that happened, because when I did the reading the other night, will our protesters be protected? It was undeniable that divine intervention was going to come in and stop. And watching what's played out since then, heading into an eclipse, you can't change anything. Nothing can go back. Donald cannot grasp the narrative again. He's out. He is done. And there's all of these beautiful things that are unfolding, I would say, like by the hour. Like, to me, I'm just picking up bits and pieces, and I just am feeling so hopeful and happy for these 3 eclipses. I was really nervous because the energy was just really rattling, and it was making, I was getting scared, you guys. When I did the reading on what does a coup look like in Washington, D.C., I was getting scared, but I kept telling myself over and over, we're coming to the end of spring. We are coming into eclipse weather. When you get into these final degrees and you're running on fumes, what's happening in these final moments, they're done. They're not real. So I was just having to hold that faith. And there it is. And since Venus went Cazimi, has dominion, and now is, and the sun is moving on, it's like that tension. It's like, okay, so it's like this. So we had the sun here. We had Venus here retrograde, lacking love. But the closer that Venus gets to the sun, it's said to be combust or under the sun's rays. So this feeling of lack of love, not being heard, not getting messages through, that as a citizen, as a neighbor, as a community, I'm valuable, screaming at the top of their lungs, no one can hear. And here you have the sun, which represents the FOTUS. Venus is weak in retrograde. She's being burned by the sun, because when a planet is that close to the sun, it is said to be combust, that the fire of the sun is so strong that it burns it off. It burns off that power. It's like that planet gets swallowed up in the fire and the light of the dominion of the sun. And so that planet kind of has to succumb to the influence of the sun. And an angry Donald seeing a vulnerable Venus, in him doing that walk, it just reminded me of him and his predatory nature. Venus is weak. She's coming towards the sun, and he's like, I want to eat you, just consume you. And that was everything ugly that we saw. But then Venus taking dominion at the seat, if you want to say the seat of God, or being like the attendant of God, has that power. And so her love now brilliant like the sun, even though she's retrograde, but now see, she's past. Those vulnerabilities have been burnt off. She's going past, and this is now kind of the reboot time when we get to June 24th. So that's burnt off. She's in a stronger position. She's been fueled by the sun, and the sun can no longer touch her for now. And Donald's out of touch. It went retrograde while Venus was on his sun. And I kept saying, you guys, people are going to be pissed at him because he's going to try to do stuff, and he's going to look like a total jerk, and everyone's going to see him front and center on stage being a jerk doing this crap. It's stuck to him. He can't turn back from that. So Venus is gaining her strength. We see it everywhere. I don't think these protests are going to stop. I think they're going to keep going on through these eclipses, and oh my gosh, these eclipses are such an immaculate gift. I can't wait to get into those details with you, but let me see what you guys are talking about. Let me check in real quick. Hi, you guys. Oh, hey. Oh, thank you. Yes, Larry girl. We're all multitasking. Hi, you guys. No, you haven't missed much. We're just getting started. Hi. Oh, Becca's here. Hi, Becca. Hi, Mystic Ball. I think I see your names there. I don't see you guys. I think she's the divine feminine. I think she's also the divine intervention. This is just so, it's so good. I have chills. I almost started to cry today when I realized how beautiful this full moon eclipse is, you guys. So, last housekeeping thing, you guys know I have a terrible connection up here. The audio's going to be good. The visual's going to be bad. I think I'm just going to get to the big juicy that I am just so happy about and what's being brought in. When we go through eclipses, we're urged to make changes where we don't usually make change. We're urged to let go of things that are no longer working, and we're urged to grow something new. And as I've been showing the last couple of weeks, we kind of pick up where we last left off on a subject. Well, the one that just, it's just so awesome. How can I even start talking about this? Okay, so this, I'm glad it's a partial eclipse because it will be easier on the body. This tomorrow is at 3:13 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is the Tarotscope over Washington, D.C. This is the first time we've had an eclipse since the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which, you guys, it keeps playing out everywhere. I can see it all the time, and it is going to get a big, huge boost tomorrow. So it's our first eclipse since then. It's our first eclipse since we had the planet Uranus enter Taurus, which is all the shakeups and surprises and all the shocking stuff. So yes, we're going to have another month of shocking stuff as we acclimate to these new energies. I am wondering if we're going to be having some major earthquakes because so much is just going to shake out. You can tell that here we have what's called a T-square. We've got like two triangles here. These are all very hard angles. Of course, the sun is opposite the moon. Venus is right there. But here's where the difficulty lies. This Mars in Pisces conjunct Neptune. It's going to heat things up. It's going to burn off the cloud and confusion is what it's going to do. I think especially with our public servants, it's like they're going to wake up or the haze will clear off. But while that's happening, there's going to be a struggle in what we think and feel with our values, who we are as citizens, and of course, a bunch of stuff coming from overseas, Putin's house. So we, the people, have the fortune on our side. We are going to be listening. We're going to hear the pain, the black moon Lilith, that pain that we're hearing more and more by people of color who are protesting. People, we can hear the pain that there is with the brutality that they've been enduring for so long. And this is not going to go away, you guys, but it is loud and clear. And there's going to be some more shocking things that happen. Know that I am like feeling so happy these past 24 hours, especially since this afternoon. Don't let that mislead you. There are going to be bumps. There's going to be difficulties, but we have another eclipse in 2 weeks and another eclipse in 2 weeks after that. So we're just going to take it moment by moment by moment by moment, okay? But so we have this full moon eclipse over Washington, D.C. The moon here now, even though the full moon is in Sagittarius, lands far away, it's happening in this area, this third house of communities, neighborhoods, people, talking, our extended family, our siblings, that part of our family that's in our neighborhood, and communication, and things that are written maybe in the law, maybe in our agencies, maybe things overseas, maybe things written about money overseas. So I would expect a lot on that area. On the ascendant here, we have the sign of Libra, which is about partnership. We're going to find out who's partnering with who's developing things with who. We're going to find out who has open adversaries and who has partners. But it is sandwiched here between the asteroid Juno, which has to do like marriage, and then Zeus, the god Zeus. So it is really sandwiched between this and the harmony that we have and our values of how we're going to do this, how we're going to come across with one another and how we relate. But so what I was doing, I wanted to see how the Saturn-Pluto was going to be activated. And maybe it was that last quarter moon. When I started looking to our past where we had this, because now the nodes have changed into Gemini and Sagittarius. What was happening then? That took me back to the 14th Amendment in 1868. Okay, where's my notes? And so I knew that was going to be a theme for the next year and a half. But holy crap, today, you guys, it's here. It's here. This is why when I did my reading with the last live, I think George showed up, and then there was a lot. Like, Elijah didn't even say hi to me. He's like with George, hey, and they were like, hey, we got to go. We have lots of work to do. I'm like, okay, see you. Bye. You know, that's because this is here. The 14th Amendment is here, you guys. And I have to describe to you how this is happening because this is the first eclipse since the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and that Saturn-Pluto conjunction is how the change in world power and structure. And that conjunction was made 2 days after a full moon eclipse, which was 2 weeks after a new moon eclipse. So this thing is always riding on that eclipse energy and very adaptable and ready to kick stuff out that doesn't belong. So at that Saturn-Pluto conjunction, remember, on the midheaven, the highest point of the sun that day, when the sun rises and Washington, D.C. is facing straight on the sun, that was at 17 degrees Capricorn. And when the sun moved to Aries 17, exactly 90 degrees away, that is when Kim Jong-un, dead not dead, critical not critical, something significant happened. He was the first victim of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Now, when we have eclipses, remember how I said we take on new things and we let go of things. Well, USA let go of KJU. Because at the time, let's see, the North Node was at 8 degrees Cancer. This was at 8 degrees Capricorn. So we were letting go of Capricorny things, and it was Kim Jong-un's time to go. Well, here's the thing. If the top of the chart, what we're letting go of, is at 17 degrees Capricorn, the bottom of the chart is 17 degrees Cancer. Remember, I said this point is like that gravitational force that's happening right below your feet. Remember when I had my sewer back up in my house after, oh God, when was it? We had, I think, was it right after maybe it was the new moon Taurus or the first quarter moon Taurus? I can't remember. But I did a video that showed exactly, I was like, you guys, wherever you are, if you're like 2:30 in the afternoon, just take it easy. Something's going to happen. You know, you might have surprises. Well, the surprise that happened to me at that exact time is when my toilet backed up and sewage was going down the hallway. And like we had our final close on our old house. We're in between right now. But 3 days later, it's like, what is going on? Well, that's because that exact click point I was talking about was right at the bottom of the chart at my location. That's what I mean by gravitational pull. That thing is triggered and it dictates what happens. So We let go of Kim Jong-un. Where are we going? The sun at 17 degrees Cancer. Well, on July 9th, at 17 Cancer was the day that we adopted the 14th Amendment, guaranteeing slaves citizenship, their equality. That's what is paving the way with the change in our government structure here in Washington, D.C. It is on that fulcrum that it is balanced. And there's no going back. Isn't that amazing? How are you guys doing? Yeah, Lucian, he's gone. He's out of our chart. He's out of place. He might not be dead. He's brain dead. He's gone. In my lunations, you know how I do my Tarotscopes? He's been gone every single week since then. They all in the background, like Putin and Xi, and especially Donald and Putin, really tried to figure out how to reroute the stuff that they've been doing. I did see some KJU last week, but I feel like they're trying to prop up something. This is what I think it is. I think they're like trying to prop up an old maybe idea that they had, and I feel like this whole protest thing in DC was part of that they were amplifying that again. KY Jelly, because I can't say her name, Kim Young, I forgot what the J is. You know, KJU's sister. She's still there, but she is no longer in the foreground like she used to be. Like, I don't know if someone kind of pushed her out of the way, and there might be a restructuring going on over there, but that's changed a little bit. But, so the south node, you're releasing stuff. Your north node is where you're going, and we are back here from the Saturn-Pluto conjunction to our 14th Amendment. I mean, and when the 14th Amendment was adopted, the planet Uranus, 13 degrees Cancer, that is conjunct USA's natal sun. And at this full moon eclipse tomorrow, USA natal sun, we have 14 degrees Cancer. There's going to be a jolt. That's going to jolt right back into our lives now. Everything, that's where we're going to be ushered forward. So that is going to happen. Interesting, because you guys know I was going crazy with these retrogrades. Well, here's the thing. To adopt this 14th Amendment again, there's a lot of planets retrograde. What better time to revisit our values, which is Venus, which is retrograde right now, on how we value lives and equality and citizenship. We go visit that, and when the 14th Amendment was signed, also had Venus retrograde. It's like a match made in heaven. Mercury was also retrograde. How about that? It all works, so we're going to be able to come back to this with clearer eyes. We've never been able to move forward because there's been just so much garbage going on, but now we're going to have clear eyes and open hearts, and the Mars in this eclipse is egging on public servants to burn off the haze and confusion and the gaslighting with Neptune. In fact, we have Chiron right here in the 6th house of public servants. The wound that public servants have to heal, that's their work going into the next year and a half. They're building 3 eclipses on this with the wound. It's not going away. It's not going away. And, oh boy. I love it. So this Chiron is 8 degrees Aries. This is their deepest wound. It is disposited by Mars, which is aggression, the warrior. They're going to be demanded to stop their lying, and they're going to be demanded to be accountable to their actions. This area is ruled by Virgo, which is exposited by Mercury. Donald's Mercury is over here, and it's 8 degrees something. So they are going to feel the full force of the wound that they've decided to carry with Donald and taking him on. That's what the Republican Party is dealing with next week. I mean, ouch. Just wow. And what else? Oh. So, what's the 6th Gemini? Oh, I know. So, at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, Mars was over here in Sagittarius at 6 degrees Sagittarius. Last year, Donald's birthday, his Venus, his gate. This is why he's having so many money problems and he just cannot kick off all these investigations and money and people getting to his money. Because his Venus last time was at 6 degrees Gemini. And Mars has been fighting it in this area of taxes and other people's money and money laundering. Holy crap, Sheldon Adelson, did you see that today? One of the major bankrollers for the GOP is open door policy with Mitch, is giving billions away. His Sands Casino is under investigation in Macau for possible money laundering. That's where the GOP, the former, their financial chairs, have been working with the casinos over there, and they're laundering money. Michael Cohen did it. He's in jail. Steve Wynn, he's in trouble. And then was it the Brody Elliott guy? I think he might have something to do. That stuff is coming undone over there. It's so bad. So in pencil, I have the 14th Amendment here. So, holy crap. So, okay, there's so much here, I don't want to get lost. When that was signed, the moon was in Pisces. I think it was somewhere here, closer to Neptune, because Neptune is in the 12th house of secrets. I think that this secret, this pain that's been hiding is getting drawn out into this area of our higher wishes. When the 14th Amendment was accepted, the Chiron, the pain, the wound, the wounded warrior, the new frontier, that was at 0 degrees Aries. Conjunct transit Chiron at 1 degree Aries. This was meant to be dealt with. We have a new moon eclipse on the first day of summer, which is 0 Cancer. So this is going to be an exact. We are going to be opening up our wounds from the past. Because this is the tension that it's creating right now. Jupiter, when we accepted the 14th, was at 13 degrees Aries, in square to the USA Sun. That Jupiter is at the top of the chart for this solar eclipse. We're revisiting that. All of this stuff. And the confusion gets burned off again. And, you know what? I did a reading a while on the Horoscope channel about the Lilith and Chiron. They joined together March 3rd. And that had to do with the pains that we are carrying and moving forth. Excuse me. That moon was at 28 degrees Gemini. That pain to be carried. Well, the North Node is at 29 degrees Gemini. This was meant to be. This is where we're going for the next year and a half. And I guess if it wasn't for Don Julio's radical racism and Putin exploiting this crap and doing so much damage in such a short amount of time, I don't know if we would have been so ready to revisit this so eagerly. Because everybody can see this. This is what we're doing. And it just makes me so happy when I saw this. I was nearly moved to tears because I realized we've come home. We've come back to that thing, and we're not going to just ignore it again. Everything related to this wound, this is how we are restructuring our government for the future. I've always talked about an American Renaissance 2.0. this is what it's going to be built on, like our preamble says. I think that's what it is. In order to form a more perfect government, that all men are created equal, men, women. We're getting there. We're getting there. Our ancestors are going to make sure we're there. Elijah Cummings was right there with George when I talked to George and they were off because they had so much work to get done. And now I'm seeing what's happened in the past week. I'm like, oh yeah, they had a lot of work to get done. I was glad that I got a snapshot to see what was going on. So that is the good news. And I can't even think of, well, there's some other things. Let me check in with you guys. I need a drink. I'm not going anywhere. I just need a little drink. How are you guys doing? Why are we talking about murder hornets? Tell them to go away. Yeah, praying mantis. I've seen that praying mantis eat them. Okay, so we're going to look at that. I feel, what are we drinking tonight? Hi, you guys. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, so there's been like this total stillness in the air. Usually I can tell, like, someone's getting ready to do something, someone's doing something. I feel like the vibe to me is they're all trying to decide how deep in trouble they are. And should we really go forward with all of this? I feel like Barr is saying, well, you asked me to do it, here you go. There's like this quiet separation that's going on. I just feel like that's, and I don't even feel like it's the calm before the storm. It's just, well, things are going to change radically coming tomorrow. But, well, you know, it's the finality. We are coming into an eclipse weather. There's not much else that can be done. So we should probably do this Tarotscope so we can get a feel for what's coming up. Oh, I did want to share this with you guys. So other things that happened. So the last time we had a Venus Cazimi, we're going to go back to October 28th, 2010. Because in December we had that eclipse at 29 degrees right before, was that the end of the Mayan calendar? Or maybe that's 2012. So get this, back then, so that's 2010, that's 10 years ago, China is just accelerating everything. That eclipse day with Venus Cazimi, or that day with it Cazimi, China's tech has most gains. The Bank of China is raising billions of dollars. Meanwhile, the dollar slides. GM has their buyback. October 29th, the day after that, Obama says, yeah, 2 packages were sent to the United States from Yemen filled with explosives. Notice all these things are overseas. At the time, the North Node was opposite. It was in Sagittarius. The North Node now is Gemini. We're taking care of things at home, while as things are expanding abroad. Right after that, don't ask, don't tell stays. China has growth. I think something's going to happen with, what's his name? Esper. Because Raytheon sales were up. It wasn't he the lobbyist guy for Raytheon, the one that makes all the bombs that now are ending up and killing Yemenis and others? Something's up with that. The Dems kept the Senate. The GOP got the House. The U.S. decided to buy back $600 billion worth of bonds for growth. Oh, get this. And then exactly 1 month later, because, you know, there's click dates. I always talk about click dates. So you look to the month later. November 28th, WikiLeaks released their first, 250,000 documents from U.S. diplomats. Something's going to happen with WikiLeaks, you guys, and Julian Assange, because he had also challenged the U.S. He mocked them. They're like, oh, Assange says that the U.S. authorities are afraid to be held accountable. Oh, you just wait. Also in 2010, China had the world's fastest supercomputer, and then a month later they started building their third huge supercomputing whatever building. Donald was just tweeting about The Apprentice. So I think we're going in this next cycle as well, we're going to be finding out a lot about China and computing, China in money. And their government structure is also going to be changing rapidly as well. It will be very interesting. Wells Fargo at the time, we'll see more stuff with Wells Fargo. That was when they admitted to mistakes with 55,000 foreclosures. Those people. Oh, and then HRC went to China for a surprise visit. So that's what's coming up. The same thing like with Venus retrograde and the nodes being in these positions. How are you guys doing? Hi, Susan Henry made it to the party. Mystic Bella. He's on statin and aspirin and he could have a heart attack or a stroke. His health looks horrible. And this Uranus keeps moving forward by like 8, 9, 10 degrees. It's in a very precarious position for him. Oh my goodness. House of Letterman. Becca, was that the reading you just did? You said you saw some bleeding happening. Sandra Nevins, I'm so sorry. Yay, Mystic. They released his medical records. Mystic, you're talking about Donald? See your community post. Everyone go see Mystic Bella's community post. Okay, I'll go check that out later. I am very interested because Venus retrograde, that has to do with your Venus circulation, the blood that's going back to the heart. In Gemini has to do with the central nervous system, of course, thinking that's also the brain. And Uranus, disposited by Venus because it's in Taurus, Uranus rules the circulatory system and the pituitary gland and other things. Okay. I got to break myself away from you guys. I just want to jump in and chat. Okay, let's do this Tarotscope and see what's going to happen because, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but the last Tarotscope I did, I think it was a new moon at Gemini, it showed, I was surprised that in the 7th house of We the People, why are we getting Neptune in the sacrifice here? That was George. He was the sacrifice. And so I was like, okay, ZQT, we're going to have to wait a while before we go back to that. Oh my God, my check-ins. Oh my God, there's just so much going on. Okay, where's my horoscope? We want to get started on this one. Okay. Ha. Okay, so there's a lot of tension in this for Don Julio. We have all of the angles are in cardinal signs, so things are going to be like things are going to get moving quickly. Void, of course, missing moon. So, oh, the dog is up. Okay, if there's barking, you'll hear it. Okay, so we want to see the astrology over Washington, D.C., for this full moon eclipse. Oh boy, I just feel like a big story is going to come out of this. Okay. Who are you over DC? Mars and force. So here's Mars right here in the 5th house at the ending degrees of the 5th house in Pisces. Mars is disposited by Jupiter. The moon is disposited by Jupiter, and they're in square. So things are going to get off to a quick start. I'm going to tell you guys personally, I'm not going outside for this full moon eclipse. I don't do well under the sun's rays or the moon's rays. I'm very sensitive to energy. I'm laying low, and I'm going to stay hydrated and cool. And then maybe I'll come out later. But If you guys have any, this is at 3:30 tomorrow, please watch it. Please be careful. This is also going to affect traveling, okay? And this is so strong right now on the East Coast, Washington, D.C. So the astrology says Mars, force. Okay, Eclipse, what's the secret in DC? We have Uranus. Something shocking related, I think, to public servants, related to partnerships, marriage perhaps. Genius. Okay, Uranus. In this area that has to do with friends, humanitarian, our highest dreams, wishes, we have the sun rules it. We have, the second house, owning, money, money, money. That also has to do with values. So what we learned this week, the Page of Pentacles was actually representing possible martial law. So owning values, that could also be related to it. Oh, the other thing, I totally didn't even talk about this, but because this moon, this full moon is in Sagittarius, Sagittarius rules the law and law enforcement. It rules our faith and spirituality, our philosophies, forms of government, like a democracy or an authoritarian regime. So that is also being highlighted and people making decisions on their value. It's like everyone is getting a major reality check tomorrow. And we can't brush it away. It won't go away. What's crowning Washington, D.C. tomorrow with this eclipse? Earth element and stability. That's nice. Stability. I like that. That also could infer Saturn, structure. Ninth house, faith, hope, lands far away. Putin's house we have. Fire, desire. Okay, so this is interesting because too much laundry over here in the closet. So we have fire. So this past lunation, this card, fire and desire, was in the 10th house, crowning Washington, D.C. We had a lot of fire and desire in D.C., a lot of activity. The week before, the week that George Floyd was murdered, before he was murdered, it was over here in the Hidden Secrets. This is Putin's house. I always see him active here. So something, fire and desire, happening overseas, probably with Putin. And we've got planets stacked. We've got money. We've got the president. We've got the North Node. We've got the opportunity. We've got the communications and the people. 8th house, shared resources we have. 11th house, friends. What are your friends going to do for me? 11th house, friends. So this goes to here. So friends with money. Okay, we the people. Partnerships, what's going on? 3rd house, messaging. Oh my goodness. Hello, moon. 3rd house. So we're going here where the moon is. So something happened in partnerships. Uranus is there with a jolt about money, coming out with partnerships overseas and with the government. How about public servants? We have Saturn. Saturn return. That means you're being accountable for your actions from a while ago. Remember I said they were going to be rethinking about what they're doing and is it worth it to be tied to this guy? Saturn return, age. 5th house of the sun, what do we have here? Again, the Grand Cross provoker. So he's going to be provoking again. Grand Cross. Provoker. And then the 4th house, how we nurture ourselves, our clan, where we come from, defend. 10th house, the world. So that's interesting. 10th house. So what we see in the skies above DC, but like Donald's like batting down the hatches. He's like got all this fencing. He's built his wall and he's going to dig a hole to China. But but we have stability in the 10th house. So we're going to defend ourselves with stability. This full moon eclipse in the 3rd house. What do we have here? 12th house, escape. All of those secrets. Neptune. Oh my God. Here, secrets are coming out, you guys. 12th house. Secrets. See, look at how much stuff is moving on this chart. It was silent before. Income gains, values. Haha, 9th house, Putin's house. Income, gain, money. Money and law. Interesting. But then again, this will all get new day, first day of summer. How are you guys doing? Bye, Pauline. Bye, Larry girl. He's building a tunnel to Russia. Bye, Marjorie. Okay. Okay, so let's do the, oh, I didn't see what was that. Oh, I didn't do the ascendant. Look what's that. Oh, you guys, this is at the ascendant. This is what's being, I can't speak. This is giving life to the chart. Endings and beginnings. Hello, Capricorn IUs. That was here when they decided to have their little military, I cannot even speak. You know what I mean? The signing the, oh my God. What they did in DC. Okay, so 8th house. Endings, beginnings. And that is blank. Wow. Okay, so that's cool. That makes me happy. Okay. Tomorrow, you guys, and coming into, because there's so much heat in this, you have to keep your circulation going. Liver and your lymph are going to want to clog up and be heavy. So please try to avoid the fried foods, oily foods. We have the moon and sun that are in square to Neptune, which rules oils, and Mars, inflammation. And maybe stay away from oil on fire or like gassy things that don't look secure. This could be problematic. Okay, so we want light, clear fluids, not a lot of fatty stuff, not a lot of heavy dairy, things that are easy to assimilate. Get in your system and out. Boost the fiber so it can trap all those toxins and get it out of your body, because this kind of stuff is going to want to like congeal and coagulate, and it's not going to be good for circulation or the quality of your blood and your lymph. Someone needed to hear that. I just got a really strong message that, yes, as I take a drink of my coffee. Oh, whoops, sorry. Okay, so let's just do the tarot. Let's lay out the cards for the tarot. What's going to happen over Washington, D.C.? I feel like this little deck is I got this back last winter. I feel like this is my Saturn-Pluto deck with the eclipses, and then I'll have to get a new deck for the next set of eclipses. I just want to make sure everything is upright, and then I'll ask what has to be turned over. Yeah, and watch for, if your ankles are getting swollen, you guys, if you're retaining water, please try to slow down, because your ankles have everything to do with how well your circulatory system, the Uranus part of your circulatory system is working, okay? Okay. You guys are so funny. I just want to hop in all these conversations. I have no idea what's going on. Yes, Susan, I'm still in the closet. I'm going to be in the closet, I think, for 2 more weeks. We finally sign on our new house in about 2 weeks. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I am living in laundry baskets, and it's just a mess. But oh well. Oh well, we're happy. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Compression socks. I might grab those myself. Okay. Tarot, show me the most important cards for this eclipse. Pushing it. Oh, Tarot just said they want to do 2 sets. Well, let's just get the first set and we'll figure out what the second set is. The people. Okay, Tarot just said we're doing a set for the people. So this set, and then we'll do, okay, then we'll do down. Okay, so the people. Identity. Oh, the dog's barking. The people are in agreement. The secret. We have good news. Their hidden enemy. The people. Timing. So there's some timing issues that might create a snag. Hopes, wishes, friends. Second house of, oh, yeah. Owning, values, the fool. The people have a fool. Are we going to be taken as a fool? What's crowning the people in DC? A new plan. Look at these 2. 2. Lands far away, the people. Ooh. We're tied up. Psyops, propaganda garbage. Shared resources for the people. We have an action is being taken for the people. What about we the people, our partnerships? Ooh, we're expecting to have something in return to come back to us. And our public servants, we the people, have... Wow. We're left out in the cold again with our government. Agencies, Saturn return. We're facing something that we've had to deal with before that's really pissed us off in the past. 5th house of the sun, the people. Trying to find stability and information that we're finding out. We the people, defenses. Very emotional. Our emotions are intuitive, our guiding sense, our gut feel. This just feels so visceral and just gut wrenching. Sure, just like when you get so angry, it just changes you, kind of like that. Oh wow, I can already feel it. I can feel it in my gut and my liver. I can feel that heat. You guys got to keep your livers cool. This wants to fire up. Communications, neighborhoods. We have 2. Oh, 3 of Cups, a celebration and a disappointment. I feel like we're still vulnerable to the attacks that we're getting in our neighborhoods from Russia, China, that's being weaponized against us. And the people, income gains, values, we have strength, yes? Is this Russian strength? This is not Russian strength. This is we the people strength. The people have justice, yes, because they're getting away with it. Okay, people. No more. We say no more. Okay, so what do we have here? We have justice. Yes, 7 swords. Okay. Now, oh, now I'm supposed to reverse. Okay, so now I'm supposed to reverse some to do on Don Julio. You guys, he just feels like he is done. Every time I like kind of tune into his energy, I try not to do it very much anymore. He just feels like he's just like staring at the wall. He's kind of in a stupor. He's screwed. He doesn't know what to do because, you know, Putin always tells him what to do, but Putin's screwed. Putin is screaming about his crisis and slow response to cleaning up an oil mess. Lordy. So, Donald feels much more alone to me this time around than any other time, and I just feel like the people around him are just kind of like not sure if they want to be around anymore with this. I think Mattis, that huge influence. Do I have to? Yes, something else needs. Okay, so this is the FOTUS. FOTUS, how are you guys doing? The Washington. What? The Washington Monument just got hit by lightning? Really? Break. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's so much news I haven't watched. You guys are the ones who are keeping me all informed. I am telling you, we're done with this. We're letting it go. Yeah, Mystic Bell says cast a protection circle, move on. Okay. Okay, so this is for the FOTUS. Show me the tarot for the FOTUS. What's he? Mars in force. What's going on with him? Emperor Don. Come on. He thinks he's emperor. This is always at the behest of Putin. Your secret? Missionaries. Yeah, we see them on the Lincoln Memorial. Hidden enemy, the Five of Swords. Ooh. So this Five of Swords, this is also like the Proud Boys, the Bikers for Trump. Who else? Proud Boys, Bikers for... Who's the other? Well, we have the MAGAs, we have the white supremacists. By the way, I was looking at they all line up, Sheldon Addison too, but Mercer and Koch. Mercer was all over this thing with these protests and things and interrupting and these people embedding with themselves to cause violence. That was the Temperance card. She is in the middle of this. It's so gross. Donald, 11th house. We got two. We have the investment, all of this that I've accumulated, and the White House. Are you weighing something here? This feels like he's weighing a decision. We have the Fool. That is interesting. Seven Pentacles has also been like the accumulation of voter information. It's crowning Donald next week. Putin, the devil. Yep. Putin's house. Donald, what's up with Putin next week? Moving stuff again. On the move. On the move. Distract, distract, distract. We're moving this over there. We're moving this over here. Going to defend him, defend me. What's your shared resources? Hermit. So shared resources with the Hermit is how they're surveilling us. You know, using like, I can't stop thinking about the Israeli PSY group. That's why he doesn't use our intel or validate what they say, because he's using someone else's. What's going on with your part? You're going to be crabby this week. What's going on with We the People, Donald? Trying to separate and divide us. We know public servants, the GOP, investigations, military. What's going on, Donald? That looks more like military and intelligence. They're going to go another story. Fifth house of the sun, you. Ooh, he's taking it in, all in. He's just going to force decisions upon us. It would be nice if it was the other way around. His defenses, balancing, just one step in the front of the other. Communications. Holy cow. Who did this just come up with about him? Richard Burr. Richard Burr stabbed him in the back. I wonder if this is the other intel report related to elections. He has an ninth house faith. That's Putin's house. He's got an agreement with him. And on the ascendant, we have he's stealing stuff again for Russia. So that is him. Hi there.
Shalom.
Hey. Okay. Here we go. They've arrived. Okay. Okay, so we have that. This is our eclipse for tomorrow. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to share with you guys? I'm so glad you guys are here. I feel like we are in good hands. There are going to be difficult parts, but I think we're beyond the worst of it. This is a new phase of the end. He can't go on anymore. Let's look at divine intervention, divine feminine. How about that? Let's add that to the Tarotscope because that was a big player. That was a huge player. Oh, yes, Marjorie. Yes, that's who I meant, the Boogaloo. All tied together. All of them. They're all from the same thing. It's just like, is it going to be China or Israel or some other oligarch or billionaire or group to take care of them? He would. Poof. Oh my gosh, poof. That reminds me of, I don't know what movie. I'm not even going to try. Okay, so divine feminine and divine intervention, they both want to be included together. Oh boy, do I just, I feel so relaxed right now. Oh my gosh. I just feel the healing beginning already. It's coming down my back and my shoulders. Just really stabilizing me in my core. Oh my gosh, going down the back, in my ankles and my feet. They're grounding me. The message is ground yourselves, you guys, and this stuff won't bother you this week. And keep drinking water. This is such nice energy. I might just stand here all night. Wow. And now it's, okay, so it went down the back, which is your yang energies, and now I feel like it's coming up the front, which is your yin energies filling up. Wow, separating heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. Holy crap. My feet are tingling. I can't always feel my feet because I have bad circulation. They're saying, yeah, just go out on the hammock this week, you guys. If it's too much, just go out and chill. Beautiful weather out there to enjoy. Things to be had. Okay, they're ready. Should I do? I'll use a pencil. Okay. Divine feminine. Who are you this week? Charitable. Balance of power. with Mars as a force of balancing power and charity. What's your secret? Not going to tell. Go meditate. Okay, be still and know that I'm God. Everywhere. That's why you can't see divine feminine intervention, because it's everywhere. We're blanketed. I don't want to say hidden enemy, but oh boy. The star is the FOTUS. Are these the protests? Is this Donald? It's both. It's both, because they activate one another. So I think protesters will be protected. Just be careful protesting. The 11th house, hopes, wishes. Looking for pockets of opportunity with friends and alliances. Oh, you know who I'm going to do next? Sorry to interrupt. I want to do 5 eyes, and then we'll be done. Crowning Washington, D.C. Woo! Agreements. Lovers. There's going to be love in the air. 9th house lands far away. We have... that makes me think of the Republican Party. It is. Shared resources, divine feminine. The past, who we are, where we've come from, where we've going, our families, our children. People are going to wake up and remember. Partnerships. Working on freeing people who are bound by the limits of their mind, by the limits of propaganda, by the limits of disinformation, and find those who have been limited by psyops who are responsible for doing this to other people. Public servants. Really going to be working there to get some teamwork going. Make things happen. 5th house of the sun. It's going to be working on those secret discussions on what to do next. The best interest of this office. U.S. defenses. Trying to calm things down, calm the airways, calm the rhetoric. Communications. Oh man. We're going to be seeing some information, some documents, Yep. The timing of all what's going to happen with our faith, opportune moments, with our philosophy, our democracy, timing. And on the ascendant, we have 5 of them going to block things where they need to be blocked, and they're going to magically make things happen where they need to happen. Okay, how are you guys doing? Okay, so I guess there was a misunderstanding with a statement and mods. You guys, it happens. It's okay. Oh, before we get to this new moon in Cancer, I think Mercury will be retrograde, so you're going to be wanting to wrap up your mercurial activities. You're not going to want to start something new. You want to start getting organized for something you want to pick up from the past. Okay, because whatever you try to go forward with is just going to be a mess. Okay, so just keep that in your mind. The ascending on FOTUS was the 7 of Swords and the Empress. He's still stealing stuff for Russia. Okay. Okay, 5 eyes, our ally. Ooh, they have got a little hop in their step, you guys. I need a different pen. I'll be right back. I need a different color. Oh, I have a color. Look it. Let's turn green for good. So our allies, they just seem like they have always felt kind of distant to me, and right now they feel a little bit more like they're perked up, they're ready to go, they've got a job to do, and they feel happy and calm. And it used to feel like such sadness, like being homesick, you're missing your friends and stuff. They feel like they're right there. Oh, I like that. Okay, Five Eyes, who are you in Washington, D.C.? Our allies we have. Okay, this card. Yes, what? An agreement? Ooh, investigating. They are surveilling something, mentoring someone, providing some wisdom or insight. Their secret is Putin. Oh, whoops, devil. Hidden enemies, angry Putin, King of Wands. That might be Semyon Mogilevich. I am so mad about how much he lines up with people, especially with Donald, but even people that shouldn't be lining. Well, Josh and Jared, all of them. Betsy DeVos lines up with Semyon Mogilevich so much. And Chow. Five Eyes, your friends. What you doing? This just makes me think of Richard Burr and the report. The espionage report, you guys. Is that it? The Part 5 report? The thing that Mark Warner has he's going to read? What's crowning DC? What do you know? Five Eyes. Facebook? You got, and Facebook is, I haven't even talked about them. Him too. On the defense, fighting for, helping us on the defense. Lands far away, they know all about our mercenaries or people like, Chow or DeVos or Mnuchin. Shared resources. Bringing this to an end, bringing closure on this. Partnerships in USA. They're taking action. There's some action they're going to take. Oh, revelation about Donald. They've got the goods. Maybe that's Mars burning off all the lies, all the confusion. Oh, man. Fifth house of the sun. That is Trump Russia lovers, and it might even be with our elections because I'm having election stuff show up again. Fourth house USA defenses. Five Eyes. The blocks, the obstruction. The 10th house, we're going to see all the obstruction, why things were obstructed for so long. Expose the fights that are going on in the White House to divide. Oh, the Fool. They had the Fool here too. So did the Tarot. Oh my gosh, the Fool. That is my card for indictments. Income gains. What do we have? That would be Putin. Knight of Wands taking action. I wonder if it's the FBI. That has to do with elections and betrayal. Oh man. So with this eclipse, this is gaining traction now. This does not mean this gets finished at this full moon eclipse. This is the work that's to be done for this next week. We are planting big, huge, major seeds of, I'm going to call it our American Renaissance 2.0, because as I said in the beginning, this 14th Amendment returns and it's here to stay, which is awesome. Okay. Yes, good night, Mystic. Hit the like button. I will too. Thank you. Okay, so. Oh yeah, Keisha, Uncle Blazer, the Twitter account. Is it at whose mustache? It's the Twitter account. He wrapped everything up today. Amy from Truth Warrior Tarot. I think she's Truth Warrior Healing now. She read the whole thread. She's really cute. She had a good video today. really summarizing everything, and I think her baby's going to be born tomorrow. You're not tardy for the party, impish. We just talked, though, for like an hour and a half about you. I'm kidding. Oh, Nancy Lee, thank you. Blake at Blake's Mustache. So what you guys can do, if you don't have a Twitter account, you can just go to your Google machine and you can just type in at Blake's Mustache. Or you could just type in at Eric Garland. He is on fire these days, so is Zev Shalev. If you just type that in your search box, you can go to Twitter right from there and see their accounts. So you don't have to have an account. You can just read. This is how I always go, because I don't like being tracked. Okay. So, sure thing. Anybody got a question? Yes. Do we have a question? Anyone got a question? Yeah, Larry Girl was talking in the back of the classroom all night and passing notes. That's what she was doing. I can see you. I'm kidding. Yeah, isn't that nice, Georgia? You can do that. You can totally do that. Yep, exactly. I didn't see that article about Trump and the mafia and lack of pootie power. When was that? Oh, okay, Nancy Lee, let's do that. What is the House going to do to stop Barr? Will there be a second impeachment? So what is the House going to do to stop Barr? The House. Okay, so what is the House going to do to stop Bill Barr? I will tell you, Speaker Pelosi had that note came out tonight. Once again, brilliantly, she tags in the full moon eclipse energy. He and Wilbur Ross have already been tagged by the eclipses last summer because of the day she announced she was going to do something and they voted on something with them. So they're already tied in. He can't get out of this. He can't escape. So what is the House going to do about Bill Barr? What is the House going to do about Bill Barr? Show me the House and Pelosi. Their plans. What are they? Can you see this? What are they covered in? Bill Barr. Okay. I don't even want to touch my cards anymore. I'm putting my these ones haven't. This feels soiled. I'm going. These haven't been broken in yet, and he's already. Okay, the House. This is Bill Barr. Gross. House Bill Barr. The thing they're so angry about. The thing the House wants to do. I feel like something should be here for Bill Barr, like his defense or whatever he's doing. I'm just going to give you one card for that. How does the House link to this thing they want to do, to this thing Barr's putting up to Bill Barr? It's crowning them. What's the basis for this? Final outcome. They're getting information, they're getting intelligence, they're getting things that have been transmitted overseas. Oh man, there's a lot there. It's kind of like a door has been opened for more information, and they are going to go through that decidedly and make some very, pick your poison, pick the most important things to separate him. So this is the house. Okay. This card has been coming up a lot lately for the elections. The other night, I was looking at a Twitter account and I was like, yeah, what does that person know about what's going to happen with arrests? And then I put my cards down, like the justice card was on the bottom, but then this one flipped over and flew here between the washer and dryer, way far back. I had to get a yardstick and pull this thing out because it didn't want to get seen. And it was the hangman. And I was like, well, hangman, what do you have to do with? And it came to elections. And when I spread the cards out, it had to do with how elections were changed, like the voting process and numbers. So the house is doing something from the past, maybe with our elections. This could also be Jared, something that Jared did. It could be from his last time that Donald was impeached because he's doing that again. But they are covered in something. They got the, it's abuse of power, what he's doing right now with the military. Barr, meanwhile, gross. I'm the government. I'm going to retreat and just hang out. I'm going to do my thing. These are my rules. It's like he's taking his rules and going home and slamming the door. And so he's going to try to defend himself with this thing. With USA, patriotism, rules, constitution, something. He's going to try to say it's related to that. So this is the Democrats. This is what they want to do, correct? What they want to do. Oh, there's a tower. I'm wondering, I think this has to do with this past weekend. Holy cow, wait, this is a different deck. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, so covered in the past, what the hell are you doing? What have you been doing? What have you done? Now this is a big mess. So this links to this through, this is the cloud of laws, rules that they have, and they hide things over here and there, how they don't get information back. They're always blocked, and it could be this, that, sent on a wild goose chase. But this is what they want to do. Barr is going to say it's but America, and they're going to say, no, we're done. You've gone too far. We have all this information that has really clamped down on citizens of the United States, and we're blindfolded. We can't do anything. All that obstruction. And the timing of what he's done. It's going to take correct timing. This just feels so flimsy. What's crowning them? The law, information they've had, the money transactions, how he's making decisions that he's doing. And they're like, no, it's this. Like you're you're accountable at the basis of this. Oh, hi Nancy. How you doing? She's got a plan. So if this is Pelosi, I feel like she's kind of like sliced her way through each one of these levels to get to him. He has nowhere to go. Oh, she's going to win. And she's going to go for it. She is going to fight like no one's business and put it all back. She's leveling up, you guys. She's going to go. She's not turning back. I feel like they have everything in order. Maybe they got these pieces that they've been waiting for. But there's definitely a focus on him to shut him up. Get out. I don't know if he'll get out. this will be unfolding because we have a full moon eclipse tomorrow. That's what reveals. That's what's going to be. Then we start, Mercury will go retrograde. Then we're going to have the first day of summer, which is a whole new playing field with an eclipse less than 24 hours later that we have to get prepared for. Because it decides everything with this whole summer. And we want to have a good summer because this is going to be a difficult summer. Okay, how are you guys doing? Yeah, I think once barr is gone, they're all gone. They can't. Your Eric Prince card. Oh, the Mafia. Will Donald go forward? But you know what? Okay, well, let's ask. Will Donald go forward with the G7 in September? I just kind of had what? Is he even going? This question is so out there, meaning not. God, it just feels so separate. That'd be like asking if I was going to the G7. So the question was, is he going to the G7? Wait, what is he doing? What was the question? Will DT go forward with the G7 in September? Okay, well, let's just lead some. Donald go forward with the G7 in September. I'm not sure how we want to lead. Okay, will Donald go forward with the G7 in September? Will Donald go forward with the G? Where is the G7? Oh, we're hosting it, right? Yes. That's my yes card. Yes, what? He's going to try. He's going to try to work some things out for the G7. Is he going to go forward with, this means going, will Donald go forward with the G7? Yeah, he's going to go forward with the G7. I don't know what that means. The basis of this is, unless this happens. Didn't we just have this for the Democrats with Barr? Who's crowning you going forward with this? Of course, the family. What's this Three of Cups about in the past? Lovers, Putin. He has a tower with Putin. Investigation, something. Well, in the past, he wanted to have Putin go, well, what's this going to lead to? Oh, you guys, you know what this is? This is not good for Donald. This Ace of Cups, this is my, that card that Lavrov had. The Ace of Cups is the thing that they use to try to manipulate media over here and interfere with stuff. And it's reversed. Maybe that means Russia is not there. Oh, whoops. Mosquito, go away. What's your challenge going forward? He's toast. Yeah, he'd like to go forward, except he's toast. He's covered in poverty, agency money, voter suppression, taking it all in. It's a matter of timing, you guys. I think it depends on what happens. We have eclipses coming up. This is Bill Barr. I think it depends on what happens with Bill Barr and the government, because that little reading on what they're going to do with Bill Barr just showed up. Oh, wait, this doesn't belong here. The Hangman. Huh. Okay. We good, you guys? K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Spanky and Putin in the bunker. How's it go? Spanky and Putin sitting in the bunker. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes marriage. And then who's in the baby carriage? Oh. Trump, Russia. I don't remember the rest of that song. Yep. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is a good protester's card. Yeah, you know what, Nancy Lee, I don't feel like talking about any Bernie and Bernie bro stuff, but I will tell you, yes, Tad Devine, his campaign manager, was all over in Ukraine with Manafort, and also Griffin, the president of MSNBC. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't feel good going in that territory right now. He wants India, Australia, Russia included. No, you know what? India and Australia, they talk about New World Order. India and Australia are doing some really amazing things right now. As far as trade agreements, democracy, this is not what Putin and Xi wanted when they were thinking New World Order. There is a wonderful alliance that is happening right now between Australia and India, and everybody's really excited over there about it. Okay. So you guys, I think I'm just going to wrap it up here, okay? So thanks, you guys, for coming out. Take care of your bodies. Tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whole new world. If you have planets, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, those parts of you, see how this is going to give you a preview of how you're going to feel this summer, so support those body parts, okay? Okay? So thanks so much, you guys. I'm so glad you came. I feel very happy for for our country. It's been a difficult week, but the stuff I've been seeing the past 2 days, especially with the way Venus went and the 14th Amendment, we have a clear vision for where we're going in our country, and it does not involve any of these yahoos. They're out. We already kicked out KJU. And who else just got? Oh, it hit Bibi Netanyahu. So that's it. Have a good evening, you guys. Okay. Thank you, Ocean. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, yes, you moderators are just the most amazing people. I don't know. I want to do something for you guys. I don't know what, but our communities, we all share the same moderators. We just wouldn't be the same without you. You guys just let it be so easy and comfortable and smooth for all. Okay? Thank you. That's Eastern Time, T-Barb. And then for your time as well, because you know how the energy carries over to the time zones, okay? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Be safe, everyone. Okay. Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Okay, here.